Und damit ein herzliches Willkommen und Hallo zu einem weiteren Part Let's Play Fake Run Order. Ich bin das Fix und wir sind hier im Magiers Scramble Event. Beim letzten Mal haben wir hier unsere Reise ins Unbekannte begonnen und irgendwas ist schiefgelaufen. Das haben wir zumindest hier von Sion, die hier bei Novum Chaldea mitbekommen. Die Nautilus und wir sind unterwegs mit einem depressiven Shan Yu und einigen anderen Problemen. Doch nun schauen wir mal, was uns hier erwartet im Great Void Sea Battle Magiers Scramble to the Surface. Act 1, The Unknowable Reef. Die Musik ist da, also die ist richtig cool. Also okay, das Map-Theme ist in Ordnung, was wieder läuft, aber die Musik ist immer ganz nett. Schauen wir mal, was uns jetzt hier erwartet. Looks like that was a success. Of course it was. Ganz falsche Stimme. Not about to let Da Vinci outdo me at steering my own ship. Now as promised, it's time to have some fun. Great. I'll go ahead and switch gears. Today at 30:30, the Nautilus encountered a hostile force. We proceed to undertake evasion action in the form of a zero sail, thereby losing contact with Chaldea. Therefore, in accordance with the procedure for Code 4 incident, the Nautilus is now operating independently. During this time of emergency, Master, Maxi will serve as our acting commander. And I, Mashkilet, will serve as his acting vice commander. Hey, das hast du bei Guter schon so gut hinbekommen, das geht schon. Ich erinnere mich danach. Großartig. In accordance with the regulation, we have assumed command of the Nautilus. Any objection, Nemo? This is Nemo. As captain of this vessel, I approve of the change in command. You're now officially the commander, Maxi. Oh, ich stehe endlich über Goredofl. That said, the ship's captain always retains sole authority over the ship's operations. If a captain were to order someone to get off the ship, that person would have to obey, even if they were the admiral of the ship's entire fleet. So while I certainly respect your orders as much as possible, I'm also going to do everything I can to keep my ship safe. It's sehr clear. If you issue too many strange or pointless orders, you're going to see me very, very angry. I'm already scared enough with what you have. Don't worry. As long as you do your job right, I play along as obedient as a coral fish. Now, moving on. This is going to sever my link to the Wandering Sea for a while, just like we planned. That means I'm also going to lose my connection to Sion, effectively making me a road servant. I should be able to stick around longer than an average servant, thanks to my direct link to the ship's magical reactor, but I'll still be at risk of disappearing if I run out of magic energy. So if something happens to me, it'll be your responsibility to get everyone back to the surface. Reality space, that is. So, since we already agreed on this and everything, I guess we should form a temporary contract. Wow, I think I can actually feel the weight of all this responsibility. Es geht bei dem in der Story immer so leicht, die Servants zu bekommen. Okay, liebe Leute, letztes Mal Gatschok ging es auch nicht schwerer. That was pretty different than it was with Sion. It almost feels like I've got a fish hook stuck on my gillet. Anyway, this makes us officially Master and Servant, though untemporarily. Maybe this would be a good time to properly introduce you to all of us. Then again, you met everyone at the launch ceremony, so we can skip that if you like. Would you like to introduce to the Nemo series? You can skip this if you've read the introduction in the main series. No, skip. Nee, das lesen wir uns schon mal noch durch. Wir kennen zwar die Nemos, aber trotzdem. Got it. Okay, run. Get around. This will also be a good time to introduce you all to the passengers. The Nemo crew. Come on. Man, no matter how many times I see them all. Really is breathtaking number of people, isn't it, Senpai? Well. Now if I can understand. Let me introduce you to everyone again. This crew is the very lifeblood of the Nautilus. I call them the Nemo series. Let's start with the Nemo Marines. They steer the ship and man the radar. For this voyage, I've got 12 of them in constant rotation. Hi everyone, hi Master, we are doing our best, so please don't be mad if we mess up. Too many Nemos. Hi Nemos. Alles aus synchron. Next we got the Nemo nurse. She runs the medical bay and she's on all hand when it comes to treating injuries. Das ist die gut gelaunte und die Techniker näher, das ist die schlecht gelaunte mit der Brille. Hello, I'm both a nurse and a doctor and I sincerely hope I won't be needed at all. But if I'm, rest assured that my medical skills are all rank A, so please don't hesitate to come to see should you get hurt. I definitely don't want to get hurt, but if I do, it's great to know I'll be in good hands. Next, we usually have Nemo Baker, but she won't be joining us for this mission since the water doesn't have enough space for a full kitchen. But don't worry, Master. To make up for that, she freeze-dried and vacuum-packed some yummy meals in case you get hungry. We've also got a nice selection of drinks if you like one. And if any of you adult servants would care for a cocktail, just let me know and I make one. Ich skippe irgendwie die Dialoge, but I'm just grateful there's anything to eat at all. Next we have Nemo Professor, the most eccentric of the bunch. Even I don't understand how she can be so laid back all the time, but I've given her as much of my brain power as I can afford to allocate. She has numerous important roles to fulfill during this exercise, including research and strategic development. Yes, hello. I'm the professor, the one who is so laid back as to apparently not merit a particularly enthusiastic introduction. Actually, I already heard me on the PA system earlier, so feel free to say hi if you see me around. I don't mind a little elbow rubbing either. I'm manning the computer room on this mission, but I'm not as good at steering the ship as Da Vinci, so don't expect me to pull off any crazy maneuvers or anything. Those glasses look really good on you. Der Blick. Was will der Typ von mir? And finally we've got Nemo Engineer. She's in charge of the engine room, which is almost literally the beating heart of the ship. She has many responsibilities on the ship as I do, so you can think of her as a shuttle captain of sorts. Be careful about giving any orders that strain the ship. That'll make Engineer angry, and you wouldn't like her when she's angry. They were talking about, cat bastard. Here, I'll make it really simple overloading where ship is evil. Let me give you a word of warning to temporary master. The only way you and your pals are gonna get you enjoy the fancy empty boat trips if the engine's running smooth as butter. Also, it's crazy out in the engine room, so don't forget to send down water or some ice cream. They won't melt too quickly on the regular. Remember, you piss me off and the Nautilus is done for. I've always thought the engine were cool, and you just proved they're beyond any doubt. I see, well yeah, I guess I'm pretty cool. Well, maybe an engineer in general. Huh. You're kind of a weirdo, aren't you, temporary master? True, makes his appetite for adventures a little bigger than I expected. Anyway, between the 12 Marines engineer, Professor Nurse and me, we have like 16 crew members together. And that's a Nemo Series lineup who'll be manning the ship for our training exercise today. They are the heart, brains and blood of the Nautilus, keeping it running smoothly at all hours of the day. The better you can get along with them, the more hammy the ship will be. Can't wait to get to know you all better. Außer die Armee ist der 12 Nemos, die macht mir Angst. Die macht mir echt Angst, liebe Leute. Ich traue den Armee Nemos nicht. Okay, dismissed. All hands on return to your stations. Hey, Captain, the sailors aren't familiar with anything like that, right? Given how we talk to them, I'm guessing they are clones. Did you partition your mind and give one of the partition each individual personality or something? I can't go into details too much. I'm using Sion's pattern technique, but you're essentially correct. Technically speaking, they are all still me. I'm just divided the work involving running the ship among to avoid any confusion to ensure that there always be enough hands to go around. Of course, they all have their own direct responsibilities, since that's the bare minimum required for them to act automatically. Well, except for the Marines, they all have basically the same personality. You can think of them as one person, sharing 12 bodies. I also gave each of the zeros his own private space memory, so we really are equals in the true sense of the word. The only hierarchy we add here is the one required for any chain of command or function. Wowie, I know you're not making a big deal about it, but I mean, Atlas and Citrus really is Sukai. I tried something similar with motion once. I broke my brain pretty much right away. Anyway, now the formalities are out of the way, it's time to get to work. Your first job as a commander will be to see each part of the Nautilus in action for yourself. After that, I put together a training program for you that will brief you to process the engineering reality space. Finally, you practice undersea warfare in a simulator. I'll be joining you for that part. I know it's a lot to get through, but once you do, there will be a delicious diner awaiting you. I'm looking forward to our first training session together. Just what I like to hear. Alright, no time like the present too. Es kann nie entspannt sein. Es kann nie entspannt sein. Report, what's going on? Hey, there's alarm going off. Sorry about that. I was just taking a break since we can't use sonar in void space, so it wasn't me. Maybe the professor did it. Professor? Nope, it wasn't me either. I'm guessing it might have been the bridge. Maybe you should check the admin console there. That's weird. The sonar we use in reality space is active. Hold up. Did you just say sonar? As in echolocation? I'm your resident bed expert, so doesn't it mean? Yep, the alarm is telling us we're about to run aground. I knew. Come on, Captain. What are you waiting for? Don't we got all the ways to starboard or something? It's okay, Beam. We're in void space, remember? There's no ground here. I've never been able to wrap my head around this meta-magecraft stuff, especially when it comes to void and reality space. Unlike my Norse mythology dualistic world where other religions tend to think of the early stage of existence primordial chaos. They start writing a seething mess of everything in the world and mix together land, water, heat, cold, good and evil and so on, thereby harboring limited possibilities. In one sense, void space is similar in that it too possesses untold possibilities. But unlike primordial chaos, which accomplishes by mixing everything together at once, I believe void space does so by being unresolvable. That is to say, this is the reverse side of the world, a completely opaque domain, where not even established laws of physics can be glimpsed. As a result, there is no possibility here that cannot be assumed to exist in some form. Hang on, did it say unobservable? An insightful question. The truth is, we are not actually seeing a rainbow-colored vortex, at least in the true sense of the word. Under normal circumstances, the reality we belong to and the void of this domain cannot interact. While we are able to see this void thanks to the zero-space engineering, it cannot overcome the insurmountable gap that still lies between us. Thus our senses are only able to experience false suppression of the void, making the rainbow sight no more than a hallucination. As a matter of fact, you and I are not even seeing the same rainbow when we look out of the window. Conversely, if there be any beings who called void space home, they would no doubt be unable to observe our world as it truly is either. So long as this insurmountable gap exists, reality space and void space will remain fundamentally incomparable and unable to interact with each other. By the way, Miss Gardy, Should we be worried about the alarm? Miss Skadi süß. Well, my pupil, listen closely. Wieso ist ja von unseren Lehrern? According to the god's explanation, it is impossible for us to see or touch anything that belongs to the unobservable domain. Therefore, it should also be impossible for us to detect any manner of obstacle here, let alone be obstructed by one in any really sense. I believe our captain here already said as much. That's right. While we are technically some shock waves on the mirror world of existence that could theoretically be obstructed, we've already calculated a way around them. So I'm guessing this alarm is just some kind of glitch caused by the berserker messing with things he shouldn't, huh? Come to think of it, Chan Yu wasn't around here for the Nemo series and direction either. I swear that could be thinking. You wish to see me, Captain? You're actually here, Chan Yu. I apologize for my absence and for the insufficient explanation I'm about to give you. Everyone cover your ears. Cover your ears even as you wonder what's going on. My ears. What is up this time? Are you alright, Senpai? I can't hear what everyone's saying, but I think I can guess. Huh? No, Shan Yu is taking the bundle of bamboo he's hurling. No, wait. It's a brush and he's drawing something with an incredible speed, all while continuing to shout at the top of his lungs. There's nothing more I can do. Here, Master. Take this. Okay. As my body will be quite unsuited for the upcoming battle, I opted to take numerous advanced measures to prepare for it. My apologies once again for doing so with neither permission or explanation. I'll employ you to hit the breakers and open the box. In the meantime, I will sleep until I am needed once again, so that I may better conserve energy. Good luck, Master. I'm not sure I can recall Shan Yu ever saying anything like good luck before, Senpai. Acting Vice Commander, Captain, let's stop the ship. Were you not listening earlier, Master? There are no obstacles in void space, none. Everyone of the Nemo series agreed that this is where this equipment might function. The only thing we're worried about is you letting the berserker track you around. Even so, I still like to stop the ship. Alright, but only because you're the commander now. Engine room full reserve, emergency stop. An emergency stop when there ain't a damn thing in the way? Fine. Treat them weird reverse. Roger that! It's going to be a little bumpy, so you may all want to hang on to the... No, what? Captain, is stopping a submarine usually stops violent? No, I don't know how, but we run aground. Hang in there, everyone. Name is serious damage report ASAP. Enter room here. That Becken knocked a few of us out, damn it. What idiot. Put a reef in the void space. And for me here, all my equipment is still working fine. So let me know if we have any casualties. Observation room, here. We've got a huge crack in the outer shell. And we are taking on rainbows. We are what? Computer room here. Things aren't looking great. Whatever we hit has pierced the hull and lodged itself inside. Also, I'm trapped under some equipment and got knocked over. Wait, what the? How's the void flooding in here? That shouldn't be possible. Impossible. An observation god of the void is converging. Professor, what's going to happen if we don't do something to stop the flood? Give it to me as simple as you can. Simply? We are already wiped out. Abandon our compartment, 4 through 6. All hands, I want the bulkheads to abandon compressor sets, read it shut. Erect an observation disrupting bounded field as soon as we're done. What about Professor? Entered Marine? I can always clone them again. I might have to deal with some mental damage from the fear and pain they'll experience, but... Nah, kein Commands-Spell. Both of you get up here now. Professor, Marine, to the bridge. On the double! Okay, muss man noch Befehlshaber hinsetzen. Oh, I'm saved! Yeah, I'm still alive. I might have peed myself a little, but please don't hold it against me. Are you nuts? Just because you can restore them with the Nautilus magical reactor core, that doesn't mean you should be so quick use command spells. I already promised I was going to befriend you. I see. That explains a lot, actually. Thank you. Acting Commander? No, Master. That was... what was that, Captain? Why was I drowning in rainbows of all things? I think I was starting to lose my mind. Why that was happening? This shouldn't be possible, but the only explanation is that it makes sense that the void space is somehow observable now. What do you mean? Like the goddess said earlier, under normal circumstances there shouldn't be any possible way for us to properly observe the void. If you ask 100 people to describe what they saw, you get 100 different answers, none of which you'll be able to verify in a way. So void is entities always maintain their unobservable, making it absolutely impossible for reality and void to interact. At least that's how it's supposed to be, but if someone or something changed void space in a way so that everyone who observed it saw the exact same rainbow vortex, then both reality and the void would each be able to observe the other. And that would cause those of us from reality and this world of void to start bugging out. Bugging out? Listen, every human sense the ability and process information we develop over thousands of years. That is, our sense and even our connection to the world would go haywire. Do you think you can put it any simpler? Okay, fine. Either we completely mad or the world around us does. Oder beides. More specifically, our perception of the world, or perhaps the world itself, would become twisted around recognition, proving which of the two was being affected would be impossible, but either way the result is the same, total annihilation. Suffice to say, we can no longer look at any light coming in from the outside. We can't afford to touch it, and we definitely can't let it flood the ship. As of the point we can no longer count on void space unobservability to keep us safe. The world outside was a pressure, and our boundary now is just the badly and hostile as the deep sea. Just, wow, I had no idea void space was so scary. Of course it is. Any kind of completely unobservable domain you can imagine was never going to be anything less than to self-apocalyptic nightmares. But even so, this was supposed to be the safest sea in the world to dive into, if only because I thought it wouldn't have to worry about reefs, the bane of submarine crews everywhere. Well, so much for that, damn it. I knew we shouldn't at least finish developing the ship's defensive barriers. Bridge here. We just finished sealing off the bulkheads, and the ships come to a complete stop. The rest is up to you. Right. First of all, we need to prepare for a low-speed immersion. Come on, Annie. No. Collapsed in wide-eyed shock. No way. Are we under attack? We sure are, Acting Vice Commander. Incoming attack to our broadside pressure hull, bearing 323. The pirates look to be about as strong as a C-rank noble phantasm. A C-rank noble phantasm? This puts the same league as Morris, Ningen, Moito, or Akintoki's Golden Spark. Well, that sounds pretty not great. Schön gesagt. Of course it's bad. I mean, we are okay for the moment, but an attack in void space? What could possibly be attacking us? Let's just focus on getting out the bind we are right now. I know, but we don't have any means of fighting back. When we sealed off the lower decks, we lost our entire stock of torpedoes. And even if we hadn't, now how we're supposed to fire the void space? We never dreamed combat here. It was impossible, let alone that we'd forced to engage it. Oh man, come on Maxi, keep it together. Come Captain, leg los. Master, wait, I just remember, didn't you also tell you to open the box? That's it. Mesh swimsuit? What's one of my swimsuit doing in here? Wait, Master, look, this is a note with some familiar looking handwriting inside. Hello, senpai! You just can't getting help into trouble, can you? Well, lucky for you, you're considered a capable core for such an occasion and decided to send you a little secret weapon to help you out of it. Was denn Zingo das noch macht, Bibi hier? Unfortunately, I didn't have time to make more than one, since you always has mega French on you sprung the order on me at the 11th hour. Hey, do me a favor and tell him to give a heads up about fees. Thanks, ahead of next time, Kay. In the meantime, I really want to be able to deny any involvement in the latest incident, so I'll be off to the far side of the moon sharing up my alibi. Good luck, yours truly, beep beep. It's a gift from the moon, demon. Süß. You want to change to the swimsuit? Yeah. Don't worry, I'll have you change in a flash and put a light curtain for privacy. Alter Mann. Schaut seine Befehlshaber doch aus. I can't, I'm entirely okay with this, but I won't change altogether. I still don't see why I... Hey Leute, man kann mit Befehlshaber Servants befehlen, wie sie sich kleiden. Interesting. Mash? The sea is calling to me. Captain, permission to use the ship's airlock. You don't mean... I do. I don't know what BB did to the swimsuit, but I think I can move about the sea just like any others now. So I got a fender flare text myself. Don't worry, I'm not a Sheila for anything. For nothing. Heißt es, oh nein, Leute, wir müssen jetzt mit Mesh kämpfen. Und nur mit Mesh. Leute, ich habe so viele coole Servants in diesem Banner gerollt. 3 neue Servants. Und ich nichts gegen Mesh, aber ich möchte nicht Mesh nutzen. Naja, wie eh und je. Ich warte nicht, dass ich Servants rolle, um sie zu spielen. Okay, liebe Leute, so oder so. Legen wir los. Aha, was ist das? Keine Ahnung, Mann. Was sind denn das? Schatten? Seltsame Viecher. Erstmal schön das Moldo Kamelett. Ist nett, dass alle Animationen nochmal auf langsam gespielt werden, weil sie das Widescreen-Update, glaube ich, bekommen haben. Weil es war das große Engine-Update. Ja, ganz herzhaft, liebe Leute. Ich glaube, es ist soweit nur eine von BB ein Trick, um uns hier nach außen zu locken. Und dann, liebe Leute, in den Wahnsinn zu treiben. Ich kenne doch BB. Ich habe vergessen, dass es keine Attack-Up mehr gibt. Schlecht. Aha. Finde ich jetzt nicht so richtig geil. Oh, aber ach, ich habe auch schon wieder voll MP. Okay. Läuft ja, liebe Leute. Free-Time Mesh Farming. Es ist die Bibi-Hölle. Heißt das, ich kann all meinen Servant befehlen, was sie anhaben, liebe Leute? Und das war der Moment, wo Vagrant Order USK 18 wurde. Ist echt geil, man, mit den Fans zusammen. Wenn sie echt die MPs spammen könnte, wäre es mega cool. So. Jetzt hat sich's ausgegeistet für dich, mein Freund. Die Kraft des Swimsuits wird dich besiegen. Okay, liebe Leute. Voicebase sieht sehr seltsam aus. Aber anders kennen wir es ja nicht. Gut, liebe Leute. Von seltsamen Schattenwesen angegriffen, liebe Leute, segeln wir hier ins Unbekannte. Und ich würde doch einfach mal sagen, wir machen jetzt an dieser Stelle erstmal dann wieder einen kleinen Cut. Beim nächsten Mal geht es dann weiter mit Vagrant Order. Und wir werden dann schauen, was uns in den Tiefen des Void Space noch erwartet. Bis zum nächsten Mal. Vielen Dank fürs Zuschauen. Ciao.